few days left for you to sign up as a contestant in the $10,000 Treasure Valley Weight Loss Challenge. We've been talking about it for the last week or so, and you've met 4 of the contestants already, each of them laying down a plan for how they're going to change their lifestyle habits to get healthier on more levels than just weight. So here to give us some of the tips that contestants like Raul and the others will be working on over the next several months is Diane Hodges from MyFitFoods. And Diane is a kind of a food expert who's going to give us some of her insight into what you can do either to get started or to kind of maintain what you've been doing. So where should people start, Diane? What do you think if they're going to change how they eat and how they live?
The best way to start is to have a good breakfast. You really need to jumpstart your metabolism by having breakfast within 30 minutes of waking up and lots of protein. And then you need to eat small meals at regular intervals throughout the day. So every 2.5 to 3 hours, have meals that have a protein and a carb and some fiber, and just make it healthy and keep it going all day long, keep your metabolism going.
So those small meals are better than maybe 3 big meals, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's definitely better. Our body needs smaller amounts of food more often than we're used to eating, so that's a big change that you can make to help your metabolism work better.
Okay, nice. So what would you recommend for those smaller meals? Is there anything specific that we should try to be working in? Fruits, veggies, obviously, things like that?
Yeah, real food, not processed food, so you want to have good quality protein, good quality vegetables, a little bit of carbs for energy and to help your brain work better.
Okay, excellent. And what else would you recommend to people who maybe have gotten started? I mean, we're halfway through January. New Year's resolutions are, you know, maybe kicking off a little bit for people that maybe are struggling to work all those little fruits and veggies and all those healthy things into their diet. Do you have any tips or ideas of ways that they can do that more easily?
Smoothies are a great thing to work it in if you're having a hard time. You know, you can get lots of different things. You can do frozen berries because fresh berries are kind of hard to find right now. You can do spinach, which is a great vegetable, and you can throw it in a smoothie. You can't even taste it. Some protein, that's a good way to sneak it in. To start it.
So you can start your day that way or just kind of do a smoothie whenever you want.
Yep.
Throughout the day. Excellent. Well, anything else that you would tell people that are looking to get fit, looking to change their lifestyle, looking to cook better for themselves?
I would say right now, trying to stay active is probably going to be hard for a lot of people. The weather makes it hard to get outside and walk, but I would say keep that habit going. So at least 3 times a week, make sure that you're getting up and doing something active, even if it's, you know, taking the dog for a really quick walk in the 1-degree weather. But keep the habit going so that when the weather does get nicer and when you have more motivation to get outside and do things, you have that habit firmly established.
That's great advice. Just because it's cold doesn't mean that you can't get out briefly and do things, or of course if you have joined a gym as part of your New Year's resolution, get out there and use all of that, right? And we are going to be talking food a little bit later as well, and if you are interested in the Treasure Valley Weight Loss Challenge, you can still sign up at home and take part in the challenge. Information is on your screen right there. You can head to Humphreys Diabetes Center, their website, and sign up. You have until January 20th to do that. So Diane, thank you for being with us this morning.
Now we're getting into the nitty-gritty. That's what our contestants, whom you met last week, have been doing, especially Raul Michel. He's been working with MyFitFoods, and Diane Hodges joining us once again. You were on here earlier in the show as well. Raul's been working with you guys to kind of set up his particular regimen, and we wanted to get a follow-up. You're going to hear lots of follow-ups about these 4 contestants whom you met last week. So in the case of Raul, he started off not such a great eater, right?
Yeah, he ate a lot of fast food. His schedule is pretty crazy, so he was just going for what was convenient and fast, and it kind of caught up with him.
And convenient and fast, of course, as we know in America, usually means greasy and full of calories and lots
of
that
sodium,
stuff, right?
Huge portions, yeah, really bad stuff.
So you were telling me he probably started off worse than the average eater because of all of that, right? And he's started to make some changes. Talk about a little bit of the program, so to speak, that you've been putting Raul on for the last couple weeks.
Well, at MyFitFoods, we give you 5 small meals a day, so 3 meals and 2 snacks. So Raul has started with eating breakfast first thing in the morning, which he didn't really do before, and then eating every 2.5 to 3 hours the whole day, and then not snacking or eating anything after dinner. So that's been his biggest change.
That would be, I think, the hardest part for me, if I were to do that, is not snacking after dinner. Yeah. And it's kind of an interesting concept as well, because you think, well, I want to lose weight, and yet you're saying, you know, if you're watching what you eat, then you actually eat more times a day.
You do.
And it'll be healthier for you.
That, honestly, is one of the biggest changes that happens for most people, is that they go long periods of time without eating. They get busy, they get caught up in their day at work, and they forget to eat. And sometimes by eating more, you actually lose more weight, and that's what we do.
Interesting concept there, and of course that's something that Raul has had some success with as well. He did this contest last year. He's coming back, doing it again. He wanted to have more feeling put into it, as you'll remember from last week. Tell us a little bit about some of his success.
Well, he blew me away. The first 5 days, he lost 17 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, and he was, it surprised all of us. And then he's just kept losing. And then so far, he's lost 20 pounds on the program.
And next week, I believe we're going to have some before pictures, if you will, because the contest you still have some time to sign up for. So we'll have the official before pictures of our contestants, and then months down the road, you'll see the after pictures and kind of be blown away. And Raul, of course, is going to be working into fitness and exercise regimens as well, because 3 times a week is what's recommended.
That's
with
what
this
I
meal
recommend,
change, right?
but I think he has a much bigger plan in mind. He's making a change for his whole family and the rest of his life, and he's trying really hard to just do everything different.
And it's so cool to get everybody else involved. So we appreciate what you've done for him and the tips that you gave everyone else. Perhaps these can help you if you're going to get involved. And remember, you do have until January 20th to sign up. There's the information there if you want to join in the $10,000 Treasure Valley Weight Loss Challenge. You could earn $3,000 as the top loser, the biggest loser, if you will, for male and female categories. You can head to Ladd Family Pharmacy, the Humphreys Diabetes Center in Meridian, or just head online. There's the website right there.